ass, I'm gonna kick your ass. The Rod walked out of WrestleMania, the people's champ.
So why don't you go back to Calgary and take some more gas?
Hey, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly. We're the newest show once again, back for the second week, and I'm John Potok. My sidekick, the role model, Ric Lieb.
Sidekick, huh?
Let me just tell you this. We got a big hour. We got a special guest today. We got a lot of news to cover. And Ric Lieb, as you know, we got the championship belt has finally come its way.
I'm not talking to you about that.
Anyway, we had a little side bet. Last week you said, oh, we'd bet on the main event for the WW Spring Stampede. Well, we were both wrong. And we turned around and made a little side bet on who would have the higher ratings of the week for the wrestling show, and I took care of Monday night for you.
Yeah, I figured after that pay-per-view that they would have, like, something. You know, they usually have the better shows after the pay-per-view, which they did put on a good show, but WCW, you disappointed me, as usual.
Anyway, role model, I just want to be referred to as the champ.
And I just want to refer to you as role model and recall that, okay? Because I hear you saying it, and I hear you knowing it. I believe that you really feel I'm your role model and everything. That's why that will be soon mine again.
Anyway, we got a lot to cover today. You know, as you know, last week we took a lot of calls. We took care of a lot of business in the wrestling world. Today we got a special guest covering one of the questions. Someone asked us about an independent show going on at Stowe Monroe Falls High School, and the wrestling show going on there. We got a special guest from that show, and stay with us. Call in. We got some trivia questions coming in to where you can actually win tickets to that show today. Also, you know, we want to express something about the show. You know, last week we had a great run on the show. We want to make it known that also, you know, this show is nothing but an opinionated show. You know, the stuff that's here, we give you the facts the best we can, but, you know, as soon as someone makes a mistake, they say, hey, you know, like Role Model all week, got lots of email, you know, covering all the aspects of pro wrestling questions, and people are like, oh, well, hey, you guys were wrong, hey, you guys were wrong, right? Nobody's God. We just want to let you guys know that, and with that in mind, you know, hey, we'd like to get right into the wrestling news. First of all, of course, with the WCW, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep, unfortunately, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion, Diamond Dallas Page. I don't see any other greater champion than the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I even wore the shirt in his respect today. It saddens me to see that they went from a great champion to someone that sucks. But anyway, we've had a lot of emails regarding Bret the Hitman Hart, and I looked up everything I could possibly do, try and get some news on Bret Hart, and there's not very much news with him out. His groin surgery was a success. He will be back in the WCW in a couple months. I'm probably predicting about 2, maybe 3, and the only thing I was able to find was an article on an interview with Kevin Nash, where he stated that when Bret Hart gets back, he's got a good future in the WCW. He said that with all his injury problems before, that's the reason why they weren't using him correctly in the WCW. And when he does get back, they plan on giving him a good push, a good role in there. So
yeah, but do you think that's because, you know, bottom line, Kevin Nash doesn't like...
No, Kevin Nash says he has no beef.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Nash, you know, best friends with Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels, everyone knows that, hey, Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart do not get along. They hate each other's guts in real life, behind the scenes, wherever. And, you know, Kevin Nash and Shawn Michaels still talk on a weekly basis, and they say, hey, you know...
No, they talk about once every other month, or once a month now. They don't really talk that much anymore. Not often anymore. Easy for me to say.
Well, no, because, hey, Kevin Nash still introduced Whisper to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, well, they still talk. They're still good friends, but they are quite a drive away.
Know your role model.
Yeah, I know my role. You better know yours.
Anyway, if you want to give us a call today, let us know any kind of news, rumors, or just your opinion on anything today, you know, feel free to give us a call. At Akron, you can call us at 677-0029. At Cleveland, it's 521-3529. Also, give us a call. Let us know what's going on, what you think of pro wrestling in general.
Well, first we have the trivia questions, though, John.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, we got the independent show coming on.
Like I said, always carrying him. Okay,
yeah.
go on.
Anyway, some of the trivia questions that we're going to ask you. Our first trivia question is going to be today, and it'll win you a free pair of tickets to this independent show, is if you could tell us who the original 4 horsemen were, we'll get you 2 seats, you know, to the next independent show going on the 23rd of April, I believe it is. Also, let's get into WCW a little bit more. You know, we were talking about Kevin Nash. You know, Kevin Nash is doing a lot of goody-goody roles now behind the scenes because, hey, you know, people are complaining about Sting was supposed to win the title, DDP wins it.
Kevin
now
Nash
he's trying to do the good guy role so that he could set himself up to win the title.
Yeah, that's exactly
against
what it is,
DDP.
more or less. What Kevin Nash is really doing is he jobbed to Goldberg, you know, he jobbed a couple months ago or about a month ago to Rey Mysterio Jr. He's, you know, more or less making it look like, hey, see, I could lose matches, and then what's he going to do? He's going to go and win the title at the next pay-per-view. I'm almost guaranteeing that. You know, I mean, sure, that's just speculation, but I'm good. I'm real good.
I wouldn't go that far. You need to quit it with that. Also, you know, hey, you know, another big thing going on in WCW is they got the drug testing going on. You know, they got all these wrestlers that were lined up. Hey, it's time for the drug test. Who's using the steroids? Who's using this? They had a major problem with one of them over there.
Well, the funny thing is, all of a sudden, Scott Steiner was not on the Thunder card. He no-showed. Now, I'm not insinuating that Scott Steiner takes steroids. I mean, that body looks like he really put in all that work through long, hard years. But there's a possibility, right? And all of a sudden he no-shows from this, plus a couple other ones did. Bam Bam Bigelow no-showed from the Thunder taping, but I don't think he's on steroids, and if he is, he's using them wrong. And who else was there?
Oh, like Booker T. They
No, Booker T got the testing.
Right.
Booker T got the testing. Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs, who's going to be on this thing, wasn't there. He was supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's another thing. Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs, you know, he's coming to WCW. But another big signing thing is now another gimmick that WCW is copying from the WWF. You know, again, this is why the ratings are just not doing it. You know, last week we got WWF doing a 6.3. We got the WCW doing a 4.5.
Yeah, but they did a 5.4. Was it 5.4 or 5.6? One of the two. When Ric Flair was wrestling Stink. And I'll tell you why. Because Ric Flair carried that match.
Well, still, even with that in mind, the WCW has now decided, hey, I'm going to help my ratings. We're going to try to sign another WWF gimmick. They're going to the Ultimate Fighting. They now signed Tank Abbott to come in and do a little skit, a little run with the WCW.
Yeah, but my question is, who is Tank Abbott? I mean, people that don't watch the UFC are not going to know who he is. I don't know
well,
if it's really
hey,
gonna
Tank
matter.
Abbott's like the Albert Bell of baseball. You got the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which a lot of people out there do know about. You know, that's where Ken Shamrock came from. You know, Dan Severn came from there. Now Tank Abbott's the bad boy of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. The guy is known to, hey, belligerently run his mouth. But then again, a lot of times he backs it up. Sometimes he wasn't so fortunate to do that.
Okay, well, speaking of the WWF, John, what about the firings?
Oh, well, there's a lot of firings going on in the WWF. We'll get into that a little bit later. Another thing we got going on is with the WCW, which we'll also get into. Davey Boy Smith right now also is another big thing going on. Unfortunately, all you guys that love Davey Boy Smith, love the British Bulldogs, don't look for him to come back. He's having his back totally redone. They're adding titanium into his spine. He's going to be in a wheelchair probably the rest of his life.
Sad thing is, both the British Bulldogs from the tag team that debuted in the, I believe, mid-'80s, both of them will end up probably being in wheelchairs for the rest of their life. As everybody knows, Dynamite Kid's already in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. So this is not good news.
That's a shame. Well, when we get back here, we're going to talk to the guy about the independent federation we got going on here at Stowe Monroe Falls High School.
Fumbling the ball again, John.
Yeah. April 23rd, there's going to be a show down at the Stowe Monroe Falls High School. They're going to have some big names there. You know, we're going to give away tickets the next segment. But we got a surprise guest coming back in the next segment also. And you can give him a call and tell him. And you guys give us a call and tell us who you think he looks like. I think it's going to make a lot of you guys happy. I think it's going to, you know, it's going to be a good show. You guys should stop on down there. It's here we got it, Professional Wrestling, Friday, April 23rd. So when we come back, we'll take your calls and we'll meet the surprise guest.
I don't know. It was probably around 2, maybe 3 years ago. I'd be walking around in malls or walking down the street. Women would come up there and just want to be with me. Men, they'd just mimic things I do, and more or less just try and follow in my footsteps, I guess that was probably the first time I realized that I was your role model.
Join the champ, John Potok, the boss's son, Bo Smirno, and your role model, Ric Lieb, Saturdays at noon for reruns of Pro Wrestling Weekly on the RCW Network on YouTube.
TNT Health, unmasking your potential. So, you want to look like the headline, Vinny DiMaggio? Here's your chance. Let's not be ridiculous. Nobody can look like Vinny. But if you need that energy before your workout, or you want to lose some weight, burn some fat, we got that. You want to build some lean muscle? You can get it at TNT. Or even if you just need the essentials, BCAAs, juiced up. Here at TNT Health, we carry it all. Come visit us at tnthealth.com.
RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment.
This is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
The Mick Foley.
And you are watching
RCW Wrestling from the Rubber City.
Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not the flippy stuff.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
As we were mentioning in the last segment there, Role Model, we have a surprise guest today. At the Stowe Monroe Falls High School, we got going on here a professional wrestling show brought to you by the New World Wrestling Federation. It starts Friday, April 23rd, 8 p.m. One of the main headliners is our special guest today, is Stone Cold Steve Austin's lookalike, Even Colder. And that's our guest here today. It's a pleasure, as you know, and everybody out there knows that, hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin's, man, my favorite wrestler. It's really a pleasure to have you on the show, and we'd like to thank you for coming by and letting us know.
Even though I personally think Stone Cold sucks, but,
Oh, come on. Don't start with that already.
I don't think I'm quite a fan of anyone that looks like him either.
Well, John, it's a pleasure to be here.
I apologize about the Role Model there. He's always been a bit under the weather there.
I got a real problem with the Role Model, and we'll take that up another time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I better run now.
Oh, here we go. Anyway, what we got going on here is Friday you're wrestling. You're going to be at the Stowe Monroe Falls High School. You're going to be wrestling a guy by the name of Switchblade. I understand that, at this show, well, before we get into all that, why don't you let us know how Even Colder came about?
Well, I've loved wrestling.
In his house one day. And, I'm sorry.
Well, I loved wrestling, and I wrestled in high school, college wrestled, and in the Navy for 4 years. And I got hooked up with a guy named Leo that runs the NWA, excellent promoter, and he puts on some great shows, and we got a lot of talent in the crew, and we're looking to go out and put on a real good show.
Oh, that's great. I also understand you guys brought some tickets to give away to our fans so they can answer some trivia questions. Again, the trivia question is, if you could tell me who the original Four Horsemen were, and I'll give you a hint, Lex Luger wasn't in it. If you give us a call here and let us know. You can tell me who the Four Horsemen is, we can give you some tickets.
Neither was Stone Cold, for that matter. That's another hint.
Yeah, you need to stop. Anyway, also we find out you're also a great impersonator. As you can see, he does look just like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Great look-alike, but he's even colder. And we'd like to say, hey, we wish you luck at the show. We'd like to take a couple calls here, maybe see if someone
sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Hello. I just want to know, do you know if Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon are going to fight in WrestleMania 2000 for the ownership?
Well, the angle is they are going to wrestle. Now, where it's going to be, who knows? It's a fact.
I know the Four Horsemen, too, I forgot.
What's that?
I know the Four Horsemen, too.
Oh, you do know the Four Horsemen. You interested in going to the Stowe Monroe Falls wrestling event. They're going to have some awesome wrestlers. You got the Stone Cold look-alike here. You know, they're going to have Doink the Clown. They're going to have Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs. You remember those guys from back in the WWF days?
Yeah.
They're also going to have the Giant Tarantula, Lord Zoltan. You know, there's a whole bunch of wrestlers. It's going to be a great show. You know, tickets are $8. If you want to get a hold of them, you want to get some tickets. Of course, if you know the Four Horsemen, you're getting them for free. Let's see here. You can get called Overtime Sports at 297-0457, or you can call the Stowe Sports Center at 673-8884 if you want to get tickets. And the best part about the whole show, Role Model, and you even have to admit, you know, the benefits are going to the Stowe Athletic Club, and I mean that's just helping out Stowe High School.
Yeah.
So you got to give them some kind of credit.
I guess it's all right.
You say you know the Four Horsemen? Let's hear them.
Tony Blanchard.
Who?
Tony Blanchard.
Okay.
Arne Anderson, Ric Flair, and Barry Windham.
That's wrong.
Really?
Good try, though. Good try, though.
That's good
Ole
try.
Anderson.
Who?
Ole Anderson.
Ole Anderson. Okay, you got it. It is not Tony Blanchard. It's Tully Blanchard. I'll tell you what, though. We'll give you a set of tickets.
Oh.
All right. Hold on the line there.
Yeah.
We'll get a hold of somebody. Take your name, number, and address down, and we'll go ahead and send you out a set of tickets
make sure
for
you
the
don't
show.
press that line again.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Also, even colder. We also understand that you do birthday parties to impersonate Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes, I do.
How can someone go about, if they got a kid out there that wants to have a birthday party, and hey, you want Stone Cold Steve Austin's impersonator? This is definitely a man to go to.
Yes, I do birthday parties, and if you want to contact my agent, it's area code 330-678-7233. I love kids. Love to have fun with them.
Now you don't drink beer with these kids, of course.
Oh, of course not. No,
only the birthday boy, right?
No. Change a few habits there. Yeah.
Also the thing about not only is it helping Stowe Athletic Department with Stowe Monroe Falls professional wrestling event. The NWW is also having, for this title here, it's their world heavyweight title. They're having a battle royal. You guys come on out. Battle royal is always exciting. You can see the title here. You want to hold it up there, even colder.
Yeah.
You can go there, you can check out the Battle Royal. You're going to see some wrestlers, Justin Dreams. You're going to see Mean Dean Brooks. You're going to have the Road Hog, the Jackhammer, Atlantis, Fatty Daddy, the Steel Curtain's going to be there, Double Dragon, Captain Jack, TNT, the Brew Crew, Kenny Hendricks, Ron Cumberledge, and the Dog Pound. And, of course, that night you're wrestling the Switchblade.
Switchblade.
The Switchblade.
I got a question for you, John. Why'd you have him hold the title he'll never get his hands on?
Oh, come on. Role Model, we've seen who the champ of this station is also. I won the title, as everybody's seen. Why don't you give us a little inside, what are you going to do to the old Switchblade when you get older?
Well, the Switchblade's in a lot of trouble when I get out there. I've heard a lot of bad things about this guy, what he does to people, what he does to all kinds of professional wrestlers out there. And he's in for a big one.
Well,
big
surprise.
Big
win? You say he's in for a big win?
You be there, you'll see.
I'll tell you what, you need to stop it with him. Right now, Role Model. I don't know if I'd want to meet him out in a parking lot anywhere. Anyway, Switchblade, looks like you got your hands full. You got, hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Also, like we were saying earlier, WCW signed Brian Knobbs. This might be your last chance, folks, to get out there and see the guy before he hits the big time, Of course, Again, yeah, he's been there before. The title's on the line. Get out there, watch the show. All right, let's take another caller here. We got another trivia question. Our trivia question will be what state, since we got the impersonator here, what state did Stone Cold Steve Austin come from? Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I have a question about Raw.
Okay.
I heard they were supposed to go to 3 hours long.
No, that's just a rumor. They were going to originally toyed with the idea because the WCW was doing 3 hours, and they had all the audience for the first hour, but then once Raw was seeing such the production point of the last 2 hours, they decided, hey, why even try to compete? Let them have their glory for the first hour. It's not worth their time and money to even try it. WWF's got a great show. There's no use dragging it out like the WCW does. Do you know the answer to the trivia question? You want to try to win some tickets to the show?
Austin.
What's that?
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, it's not right. But he did say Texas, and that's actually kind of what we're looking for. So, I'll tell you what, you interested in going to the Stowe Monroe Falls show?
Sure.
Okay, hey, we'll put you on hold here, and we'll get some information, and we'll get you sent out to the show. Enjoy the show also, all right?
Will there be a lot of little kids like little Rick?
Go ahead. Hang up on I know where you're going.
Love this guy. Love him.
You would.
Hi, caller. You're on the air.
I prefer
Hey, how you
women.
doing?
Hi.
One quick question.
Okay.
Or tell you why Switchblade ain't got a chance to beat Stone Cold.
Why is that?
Because Stone Cold said so.
And that's the bottom line. That's
My other question is, what's your guys' opinion on Stone Cold and The Rock?
I
On
think
Stone Cold getting his belt back.
I think that was pretty funny watching Stone Cold doing his best imitation of the triple ending on Monday Night Raw. I rather enjoyed watching him go for the dive, and the belt deserves to be at the bottom of the pile because it was an ugly belt, if you ask me.
That's ridiculous.
What do you think?
I'll tell you what. Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think that's going to be a great match. I mean, I hope the WWF doesn't make a mistake of playing it out. But, you know, it's going to be a great match. And I look for Stone Cold Steve Austin to whip the role models, man, The Rock.
Hell yeah.
And say,
I guarantee Stone Cold will get his belt back. And The Rock has got something.
well, he hasn't lost the belt. Now, you remember, he's still the WWF champion.
Of course. He'll always be.
I take it you're a Stone Cold fan. Hey, what do you think of our even colder Stone Cold impersonator?
I was just seeing him on TV. I give him 2 thumbs up.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And for your so-called role model there, he needs to get rid of that T-shirt because, you know, Flair is the wimpiest wrestler I've ever seen.
Last call was at 2 a.m.
Well, look at role model himself.
Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, I know the answer to the trivia.
Which one?
Stone Cold,
Okay, we already got an answer to that one. Go ahead, let's see who do you say?
Texas.
Texas?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yep, you're right. You want to go to the show?
Yes.
Okay, we'll let you slide with this one. We should have gave you another question, but we'll let you slide with it. Okay, you go ahead and stay on hold also, and we'll send you to the show. It's going to be a great show. What do you think of our Stone Cold, even colder impersonator?
You okay?
He's all right?
Well, that's all right. I'll take that.
All right. Okay, just hold on line here. We'll get you take care of it in a second, all right?
Okay.
All right. Anyway, role model, we also got a lot of other things going on there. You know, by the way, parents, you know, this is also a PG-13 for the violence. You know, it's, of course, the Federation here, New World Wrestling Federation. They also like to let you know that, unlike some of the wrestling federations, you know, this is going to be a great show. You know, we can't stress enough, hey, go out, watch the show. You know what you're missing? I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin's the hottest wrestler. We got the impersonator here. And stop on by, say hello. Who knows? He's probably going to be the next world champion in the NWA. You never know.
I don't see that happening. I'm sorry.
Anyway, you want to give that one more time? We'd like to give out the number here. If you're interested in getting him at a birthday party or any kind of event going on that, hey, you want to see a Stone Cold replica, anybody that you know likes Stone Cold, why don't you go ahead and give it out one more time?
Yeah, just give me a call. Area code 330-678-7233. Thank you. It's a pleasure being here with John and the
role model.
The little boy.
You're a role model.
Anyway, you know, role model, you know, even though you've been a little hard on there, how about we get a trivia question from you? Maybe we can give some more tickets away.
Well, if we're on the Stone Cold kick, why don't we find out if anybody can tell me what was Stone Cold's original nickname when he was in WCW?
Okay, the original nickname of Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you can tell me the original nickname of Stone Cold Steve Austin, we're going to send you to Stowe Monroe Falls High School for the professional wrestling event going on there April 23rd. Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, Stunning Steve Austin.
Man, that was quick.
I was looking more along the lines of sissy and a dress, but maybe, you know, maybe that was it too.
Okay, you interested in going to the show?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, what do you think of our Stone Cold Steve Austin lookalike?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. You should go to the WWF and they should get some angle going there with 2 Stone Colds.
I'm ready. All he's got to do is call.
Yeah,
that's all he's got to do.
Know.
I'm here.
I think this one here is a little bit bigger than the original, but hey.
I've been around a lot longer than Stone Cold.
Yeah, well, the thing that would suck is 2 Stone Colds in one ring. I'd have to turn off the TV, maybe watch golf or something. Because,
no, you'd have to get 2 TVs.
Yeah.
You even have
2
a TV?
TVs.
I don't even think you have a TV. You know, we've got a guest here.
Man.
Come on, you need to quit with it. Okay, just hold on the line there, caller, and we'll get your information. We'll send you to the show, all right?
Thanks a lot.
All right. Anyway, it's a pleasure having you on the show. We want to thank you for bringing it. And, again, like I said, stop on out to Stone Monroe Falls High School. We got professional wrestling going on there. April 23rd. Come out and see Stone Cold Steve Austin. Come out and see Doink the Clown. Come out and see Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs and Lord Zoltan and the Giant Tarantula.
I'm going to see that. Switchblade, is that his name?
Yeah,
Switchblade. That's who I'm going to see. Come on, Switchblade.
Yeah, maybe you can come out in the ring, too.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Come on out. It's gonna be a big battle. It's gonna be a great night of wrestling. It's just not like a regular cheesy show where you go and you see, hey, 4 or 5 bouts. We're talking, 8 to 10 bouts.
You're gonna get your money's worth. I guarantee it. You will get your money's worth.
The best part about it, don't look at it. Even if you don't like the show, come out and watch it. Because hey, all you people in Stowe, that athletic department, you're chipping money right out the door for them. I mean, it helps out the whole thing. That's the best part about it. All right. Well, when we come back, we'll come back. We'll go over some more wrestling news and we'll see what's going on with the wrestling world when we come back. All my life, I wanted something to do with pro wrestling. I didn't care if it was a pro wrestler, a manager, an announcer. Hell, I'd even be the water boy. It was my dream to be a part of pro wrestling, and that's why I'm thankful for this opportunity.
Join the champ, John Potok, the boss's son, Bo Smirno, and your role model, Ric Lieb, Saturdays at noon for reruns of Pro Wrestling Weekly on the RCW Network on YouTube.
And he wants to be a wrestler.
Hi, my name is Paul Rhodes. Welcome to the Rhodes Marketplace. We're over here at 1148 Cleveland Road in Sandusky, Ohio, 44870. Our hours are Friday, Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 12 to 6. We're a hybrid venue, so we have crafters, artists, bakers, all different kinds of stuff in here with all of our vendors. We're still a growing business. We're in our first month now. We have a splatter paint room where you can go in there and throw paint at your family, your friends, paint a canvas while you're in there. And on top of that, we're also working on a rage room, which will be open by the beginning of June. You need to come out and check us out. Thanks.
Let me help you out of your chair, Grandma.
Hey, what up? This is Jay Music.
Hey, man, it's Randall from Clerks.
And you're watching Rubber City Wrestling. Real pro wrestling, not that flippy stuff.
Rubber City. Isn't that what they call James Franco's bedroom? Guy orders condoms by the pallet.
Snoogans.
Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com.
Back to Pro Wrestling Weekly. Role model, you were a little rough there on the old Stone Cold lookalike here. What is your problem, man? We go out of our way here. We get a good special guest, and man, you just got. What if we bring in The Rock? I bet you wouldn't treat him like that.
No, if we brought in The Rock, that'd be cool. But see, we brought in Clone Cold, and I'm sorry, I'm just.
Oh man, come on.
The pleasure was all his, John. That's all I got to say. The pleasure was definitely all his.
You definitely got problems. Anyway, let's go to the phones here. We'll take some of your calls and see what's going on here. Hi, you're on the air.
I'd just like to say something to Role Model over there.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like WCW and WWF to get together and have Stone Cold face Ric Flair so I could watch Stone Cold slap the wrinkles off of his body.
Okay, well, Stone Cold and Ric Flair have wrestled before. Hey, wait a minute. Ric Flair's got a winning record against Stone Cold, so...
But he wasn't Stone Cold when they wrestled
Well,
before.
he would... Yeah, I know he's a little bit warmer. He had more money back then.
Yeah. What do you think of our impersonator?
Oh, he was good. I think he should have got up and done a little something to the Role Model.
He wouldn't have been able to, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, you're on the air.
Yes, I have a question. Whatever happened to Luna? I heard she had gotten fired.
She got suspended, and looks like they're not going to renew her contract, if you want to know the truth. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, she's not coming back. Again, she was butting heads with some of the girls behind stage. Another bad attitude thing, just like the old Ahmed Johnson story. she's not coming back.
She is Gangrel's wife, though, so
Oh, geez.
he'll probably try and pull her in there.
Okay, well, I have one more question about Sable. Is she going to keep her attitude she's got now?
Yeah. Yes, she is.
Well, the thing is, they're still trying to turn her heel, and you know,
people are still liking
her.
her.
They're still loving her. You know, I mean, bottom line, guys love Sable. So I mean, they're trying to turn her heel. Whether how well it works or not, still to be seen. But you know, even though she does it, I like her more that she goes out and struts her stuff at dances.
No, I don't know. I have to disagree with you, John. I personally wish they'd quit putting the mic in her hands because she's got the most annoying voice I've ever heard in the world. I mean,
I'm not listening to her voice.
Well, unfortunately, the volume works on my TV.
Are you guys giving any more trivia questions away?
Oh yeah, we're going to do it a little bit later. We got a couple more trivia questions we'll whip out there. And interested in going to the show, just listen, give us a call, and
Wait. We'll ask her once she wants a trivia question.
All right, give her a trivia question.
Okay. We're still on the Stone Cold tip. What was the name of Stone Cold's old tag team? That was the question was?
Yeah, old tag team. And who was his partner?
Yeah, and who was his partner? That's right.
Wasn't his partner Mankind?
No. We're talking
about
yeah, you weren't really clear enough on that either.
Okay, when he was... Yeah,
back in the WCW, when Stone Cold wasn't Stone Cold, he went by a tag team with a certain guy. Okay, we'll even tell you the guy, okay? Brian Pillman. He was tag team partners with the late Brian Pillman. What was the tag team's name?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, think. We'll give you a second.
I don't know.
Okay, Hollywood something?
Why don't you just give out all the questions?
Can you think?
No, I don't. I've never watched. I don't really watch WCW.
Okay, well, when later in the show, you give us a call back, and we'll have another trivia question to give you a set of tickets or something.
Okay, thanks.
Okay?
Bye.
Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Well, I want you to know right now that this is the greatest NWA American Champion of all time.
Sounds like an old lady.
This is, from every woman's fantasy and every man's nightmare, this is Justin Dreams. About time this station has added some class to it.
Justin, what kind of dreams are you in? Wet dreams?
Come on, there you go again.
I'm going to tell you what, role model, I am the original role model. Recognize.
Okay, what TV show are you on so I can tune into that station?
So I take it you're going to be at the show then?
Damn right I'll be at that show.
Okay, well tell me, who you wrestling?
I'm going to be whoop the living, well, I can't say it on TV, but I will beat the
Go ahead. Keep it clean, kind of.
Not saying it.
Okay, who are you wrestling?
Well, I'm wrestling whatever jabroni they decided to bring up there against me.
Okay, well, you're not Switchblade, so don't call again.
Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I got a question about Bret Hart.
Okay.
I just want to know, like, what does the WCW plan on doing? Is he gonna go to WWF? That's what I heard.
No, he's not going to go to the WWF. He's pretty much, once his groin surgery it's already been labeled a success. Once he is back 100%, he's going to go back to the WCW. I don't even know exactly how they're going to pull him in. My guess is that they're going to have Bill Goldberg talking crap about how he quit more or less because he was afraid of Goldberg or something like that, which is going to make Bret mad, want to come back into wrestling. He's going to come back. They're going to feud, and it's going to go from there. But they're supposed to give Bret a great push, not a good push, a great one, which means that I pretty much see him holding a world title. And Nash also said in his interview when he was talking about it, because Nash is the booker for WCW, that Bret Hart will play a major role in the WCW within the next 3 years. So obviously they're going to re-sign him and probably want to sign him.
Well, not to mention, do you think Bret Hart's really going to, everybody knows how bad they broke off with each other with Vince McMahon and Bret Hart, how Vince McMahon really did give Bret the raw end of the stick. I mean, you really think that Bret Hart would, put his tail between his legs and head back to the WWF?
No, Bret Hart wouldn't have to. Bret Hart, all he'd have to do is put his tail between his legs and head to Stampede Wrestling, which is pretty much ran by the Hart family.
Go ahead, caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I'd like to talk about ECW. Think of it.
Yeah, we like it. Actually, they were just in Cleveland here April 16th. We got
at the Agora.
Yeah. Did you go to the show?
No, I had missed out on it. I had to work. But I hope...
You're going to have to speak up.
Okay, from out the WWF.
Okay.
W puts on the best show.
What's that?
I think ECW puts on the best show from out of WWF and WCW.
Yes, I have to agree with him. I heard him. He thinks that I think ECW puts on the best show also, because, if you want to have, downright brawling for wrestling and stuff like that. Yeah, but you know what? They don't get the TV, and honestly, they're talking to TNN right now, and I'm praying that they're going to get on because Friday nights if they do, and if they do, that's going to be great because it'll be great for ECW, and it'll also be great for wrestling fans, not children though. But I mean,
here's the thing about ECW that I don't like. ECW is not the greatest promotion in my opinion, and the reason being is they are lacking storylines big time. I mean, they got the moves that they do. Well, that's why WCW is losing the rating war. ECW is great, but, and the moves they do is by far better than almost any federation. But, they don't have storylines. It's pretty much every week somebody comes in and just basically says, hey, I'll wrestle you this week. To me, it's kind of boring on that aspect. They get a guy in there, a good angle guy that writes good scripts, whatever, ECW will be up there.
Oh, yeah. All right, both of you guys, take care.
All right, thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Also, another note I'd like to throw in there, speaking of ECW news, you know that Psycho Sid got taken out of the ECW, and more or less fired him because he's been no-showing and just bad conduct. Well,
he's always had that rep.
Kevin Nash has stated that he wants Psycho Sid back in the Horsemen, but that doesn't look like it'll ever happen because of the incident with him and Arne Anderson a couple of years back. I don't know if anybody knows it, but they ended up grabbing scissors and a knife or something like that, and stabbings and everything like that. They both end up having to go to the hospital.
Okay, caller, you're on the air.
Okay, I have something to say to the role model.
Okay.
You're the biggest piece of trailer park trash walking.
And he says this from his trailer home. Go ahead.
Hey, what did you think of our Stone Cold impersonator?
He was pretty good.
Pretty good, huh? Okay, well, hey, that's good. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Anyway, what was I going to say here? Now I don't know.
I'll carry the ball again. You know, parents, you're going to have to keep your children off the phone if they don't know how to call in.
Oh, that's
a true legend like me. I mean, all the parents out there, you look up to me. I know this. So,
You need to
I bet that kid's right
now. What
now.
do they look up to? The Ric Flair shirts? Come on.
The kid is right now over his father's knee getting a beating because of what he just said to me. I guarantee this.
Come on. Anyway, the show's been such a good hit lately, as you can see by the swarm of calls. Like we were saying, when we come back, we're going to let you know what our email address is. We appreciate all your emails. We're also having an address when we come back. We're going to let you know how you can write the show. For those who can't get through on the phones, we know it's pretty jam-packed. When we come back, we'll give you some addresses on how to write us, get a hold of us, and we'll also give you our email addresses. So if you have any questions, maybe we can work it out on the side also. So when we get back, we'll cover all that. And some more wrestling news, of course, when we get back. Thanks.
I don't know. It was probably around 2, maybe 3 years ago. I'd be walking around in malls or walking down the street. Women would come up there and just want to be with me. Men, they'd just mimic things I do and more or less just try and follow in my footsteps. I guess that was probably the first time I realized that I was your role model.
Join the champ, John Potok, the boss's son, Bo Smirno, and your role model, Ric Lieb, Saturdays at noon for reruns of Pro Wrestling Weekly on the RCW Network on YouTube.
TNT Health, unmasking your potential. So, you want to look like the headline, Vinny DiMaggio? Here's your chance. Let's not be ridiculous. Nobody can look like Vinny. But if you need that energy before your workout, or you want to lose some weight, burn some fat, we got that. You want to build some lean muscle? You can get it at TNT. Or even if you just need the essentials, BCAAs, juiced up, here at TNT Health, we carry it all. Come visit us at TNTHealth.com.
RCW, Rubber City Wrestling.
Wake up out there!
This is the Outcast Shannon Moore.
Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz.
Typhoon, the Shockmaster, and the B.A.D.D.
This is Chad Saylor, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
If you don't believe me, ask me.
I'm Magnum TA, and that's some straight talk with the boss.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
Are you having a...
Ronald, like I was saying before we took the break, you know, if you want to write us, ask us any kind of questions, comments, let us know anything, you can write us at Pro Wrestling Weekly, P.O. Box 2170. That's at Akron, Ohio, 44309. You know, you feel free, give us, you know, drop a couple of lines to us, let us know what's going on, what you think of the show, maybe heard some rumors, even some in-house arena results, you know, drop us a line, let us know what's going on.
Ladies, please, stop sending the nude pictures.
Oh, come on. Anyway, also, you can email us also. We have, you know, a new email addresses. Of course, you know, the role model Ric Lieb. If you want to email him, you can email him at erolemodel@americaonline.com. Or if you want to drop a line to the show, or same thing with me, you can email us at pwweekly29. So, you know, drop your lines, comments to either one of those. Let us know what you think of the show. If you have any questions, rumors, results, feel free to let us know. Anyway, Role Model, with that in mind, we'll go back to the phones. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, this is, do you know where D.W. Dudley went and, like, all the original Dudley boys went?
The DWW?
No, the original Dudley boys went.
They're still in ECW, the original Dudley boys. They're not even they're still in ECW. So we'll make sure, we'll clarify, we'll let you know by next week, all right?
You stunned us with that question.
Yeah.
You stone cold stunned us.
And they say, hey, a child shall lead them, huh?
Oh, man.
Okay, you're on the air.
Yeah, the answer to your trivia question was about what was Steve Austin's partner was Brian Pillman, and they were the Hollywood Blondes.
That's right, there you go. Interested in going to the show?
Yes.
Stowe Monroe Falls High School. Did you hear about the show before the show?
No.
Okay, yeah. You know, like I said, go out there. It's going to be a great night of wrestling. And, hey, for all the people that want to see Brian Knobs and, you know, the Stone Cold lookalike and all the other wrestlers.
Yeah, the only yawner that there's going to be is that Even Colder, he's going to be on the show and stuff. But after his match is over, it should be an exciting show. Well, let's hope that the Switchblade takes care of him pretty quick.
Okay, hey, just stay on hold. Don't get your information for you, and they'll get you some tickets, all right?
Okay.
All right. Hi, you're on the air.
I was wondering if I heard that Arne Anderson was going to turn on Ric Flair. Is that true?
No, that's not true at all. Arne Anderson, I guess they were doing talks about it, but Arne Anderson doesn't want to turn on Ric Flair. They're best friends in real life, and they kind of...
Well, they did toy around with the idea.
Yeah, they toyed around with the idea, but they're not going to go through with it. Matter of fact, Arne has actually been thinking. Now, this is only thinking of getting back into the wrestling, you know, ring again and wrestling. But, you know, you can understand why he'd be a little scared to do that after having such a severe neck injury. He did go on the line as being quoted as saying, if he would have known that he was never going to be able to wrestle again, he would have never had the neck surgery in the first place. He would have just suffered. So, I don't know, but I'd like to...
If he overdoes it, he's going to end up like the British Bulldog.
Yeah, Dynamite Kid, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to see that happen.
I have a question.
Okay.
Go on.
Could I have a trivia question?
Oh, we're going to give out another trivia question a little later. We've already had most of them answered right now. We'll just keep watching, and we'll go ahead and give one out in a little bit, and you can give us a call back, all right?
All right.
All right. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, I had your answer. They were the Hollywood Blondes, but I see somebody beat me to it.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to give out another trivia question.
I seen her. She was on the line when the guy answered. Go ahead, give it to him.
Oh, okay.
You give away answers. He gives away them, I'm allowed to give them away, too.
How about we give you another trivia question? We'll say, okay, do you remember back in the old NWA, there was a wrestler named Ronnie Garvin?
Ronnie Garvin.
You remember him?
Yep.
Do you remember what his nickname was?
Ronnie Garvin's nickname.
I'll give you a hint. What's Roberto Duran's nickname in boxing?
I don't even follow boxing.
Okay.
I follow wrestling.
That's good. Wrestling's better for you.
Oh, no, I don't know what his nickname was. Rockin' Ronnie Garvin?
No.
Pretty good one. I probably should have went for that one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Wasn't the role model Ronnie Garvin either, for your information.
Oh.
Okay, I'll tell you what. It has something to do with...
his hands.
His hands.
Hands. I have absolutely no clue. I have absolutely no clue.
Okay, give us a guess. We want you to win. We want you to win.
Atkins? Role model. Oh, please. Go away.
Is that your husband?
Model, The Rock.
Is that your husband?
Killing.
Is that your husband on the air?
Yeah.
He's a fan of the role model, huh?
No.
Why not?
Where? The old wrinkled guy?
Hey, but under those wrinkles is a real built 20-year-old.
Hey, let me tell you, I've been watching him since Georgia Championship, and I never liked him then, and I don't like him now.
Do you remember watching when he had the dark hair?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, man! Not too many people remember Flair with the dark hair.
Yep.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Stay on the line here, and we'll get another trivia question, and if you can answer it, we'll give you some tickets. All right?
Okay.
All right. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I heard that Conan's been a no-show for a few WCW events.
That's true, yeah.
I was wondering if maybe he's going to go to WWF, maybe be the new member of DX.
Okay. No, we haven't heard anything about him going to the WWF or being a new member. It actually has gotten pretty heated, though, behind the scenes, even to the point where Kevin Nash took Conan and threw him against some lockers for messing up, not showing the shows. WCW is not happy with Conan right now, and I look for some things to happen, but I know he's under contract. He's not going anywhere.
And you asked about DX. Look for Val Venus to be the next member of the Generation X. At first, and honestly, I still think they're a bit iffy about it. The normal or the DX members at the moment kind of said, you know, Val's not the one that we want and stuff like that. But I think they're starting to come to, as you've seen on last Monday's Raw, or it might have been Sunday Night Heat, but I think it was Raw. Anyway, when Val Venus was, and then they were all feuding, they were all like pretty much helping each other out. You seen the Road Dogg go up on the turnbuckle, and he was more or less asking the crowd, you know, what do you think about him? What do you think about him? So they're going to check out the crowd response, and if the crowd responds to Val Venus as a DX member, then look for him to be there, and I'm thinking they will. I think Val would be pretty good in DX.
See, I disagree again. Val Venus has a certain way of dancing. You know, he's not, to me, DX material. He doesn't move like DX moves, you know, and, man, that's just, to me, that'll be the end of DX as far as how cool DX is.
Nah, man, I could picture Val Venus saying, suck it.
Anyway, we're going to be taking another break here shortly. When we come back, we're going to bring in your favorite, Even Colder once again. We're going to give away some more tickets and talk about this show a little longer here. Again, if you want to call and talk to the Stone Cold impersonator, you know, also ask him some questions.
You can ask him questions like, do you know how to spell and stuff like that. You know, I'll help you out with them.
Yeah, okay, we see how people obviously like him. You need to quit it. Anyway, when we get back, we'll have the Stone Cold impersonator. We'll talk about the NWW's new show coming up April 23rd, and take your calls. All my life, I wanted something to do with pro wrestling. I didn't care if it was a pro wrestler, a manager, an announcer. Hell, I'd even be the water boy. It was my dream to be a part of pro wrestling, and that's why I'm thankful for this opportunity.
Join the champ, John Potok, the boss's son, Bo Smirno, and your role model, Ric Lieb, Saturdays at noon for reruns of Pro Wrestling Weekly on the RCW Network on YouTube.
And he wants to be a wrestler.
Hi, my name is Paul Rhodes. Welcome to the Rhodes Marketplace. We're over here at 1148 Cleveland Road in Sandusky, Ohio, 44870. Our hours are Friday, Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 12 to 6. We're a hybrid venue, so we have crafters, artists, bakers, all different kinds of stuff in here with all of our vendors. We're still a growing business. We're in our first month now. We have a splatter paint room where you can go in there and throw paint at your family, your friends, paint a canvas while you're in there. And on top of that, we're also working on a rage room, which will be open by the beginning of June. You need to come out and check us out. Thanks.
RCW, Rubber City Wrestling.
Hello, yes, this is Danhausen.
This is Sunny from Glow.
The Birdman Coco Beware. Luke the Dumpster Drosy.
Gangrel, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not that flippy stuff.
Get your thrill with the real.
Keep banging and banging.
Take care and sunny smiles.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays at RCW Global, Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube. Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at Facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com.
Are you having a musical special?
Hey, welcome back once again, Pro Wrestling Weekly. Role Model, we got Even Colder back, and like I said, my man, it's a pleasure having you on the show. I know the Role Model's got a bad attitude. I like to apologize for him, but hey, a pleasure. I like to say
it's a pleasure being here with you,
thanks,
John.
For coming by. And again, like I said, stop by April 23rd, Stone Monroe Falls High School. You can check out the Stone Cold impersonator. Great guy, kid. You can look him up for your next party.
The rumor is the reason why he got the name Even Colder. The heat doesn't work at his house because working indie shows don't pay much. And, so it's even colder.
Hey, why don't you shut up, you dumb son of a bitch? These people out here are tired of listening to you.
Oh, hey, all right. Yeah, it sounds like
he's
somebody
lucky I'm not signed up to the promotion because I don't take too many of those.
I'd kick the crap out of you right now, but I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, that's your feet.
All right. Eddie, calm down, everybody. Let's just keep it mellow. Role Model.
I think it's a bit hilarious.
Again, I apologize for the big mouth on the Role Model. He seems to get himself out of the way. Just keep things calm. How about we go to the phones to take some calls? Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's this Role Model do?
What's that?
Role Model's a pinhead.
Yeah, I agree.
That thing on his hat saying FP sure ain't for full body.
I agree.
You know what? He's one of those know-it-alls that thinks he's so cool. And anyway, his Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin, I think it was, right?
Yep, Hands of Stone. Hey, you know what? Hold on the line. You want to go to the show?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
give that guy a ticket.
We'll get you some tickets.
I'm bigger than all of them anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, you are, huh?
I'll run through the wall and they all hate Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Well, I figured Big Dog would call the show. The Browns did draft yesterday.
Oh, come on. Don't badmouth the Browns. Anyway. Hi, caller. You're on the air.
What's up?
How you doing?
All right. I got two questions for you.
Okay.
Earlier, I was watching the show. It's the first time I've watched it, and I heard you say something about the storylines
Yeah.
or whatnot. Do you actually think WCW has better storylines than WWF?
No, that's what we're saying. We're saying the WWF has by far better ones.
Okay.
That's why the ratings are what they are.
Of course.
WWF's kicking them right in the butt.
Abusing WCW.
Yeah,
I think personally, if WCW would get some storylines, maybe they'd get some people to view them. The only storyline that WWF sucks on is that Ministry one, and I don't know if I'm the only person here that's tired of seeing it. Are you tired of seeing the Ministry?
He's, to be perfectly honest with you, The Undertaker, when he first came out, I don't know if anybody remembers it, but when he didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And he had that black or that purple cloak on.
Right, and Paul dangerously just let him down like it was magic. Or Paul Bearer.
That's when he was cool.
Yeah, that's...
Honestly, I liked him as Mean Mark Callis. I thought he did a great job.
Oh, well, he wasn't near as good as the Undertaker gimmick when he first came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the last question, I'll take up your time. There's been a buzz going around, and I don't know. I've kind of heard it. What is this about this Goldberg putting up money to go up against Austin?
Okay, he said that on the Tonight Show. He was on with Jay Leno.
Okay.
And that was the surprise question. They hyped it up. Hey, wait for the hype. Hey, watch the show, Jay Leno, and listen to Goldberg's big announcement. Well, the big announcement was he's challenging Stone Cold Steve Austin. WCW is pulling all the tricks out. But, in all reality, if you were Stone Cold Steve Austin, or hell, we'll even ask the impersonator here, if you're in the, big show like Stone Cold Steve Austin is, would you even answer to a mere challenge from another federation who's really hurting? Give him the time of day?
Down for a minute.
Yeah, so, he did make the announcement, but, they're not going to answer
I'm
to
sure
that.
he's probably afraid of Goldberg, so...
What'd you think of the show?
What do I think of the show?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's pretty cool.
All right. Well,
cool.
Keep on watching.
All right.
Thanks. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I was about to ask you the same question about Goldberg and Stone Cold.
Yeah, they're, like I said, it's just a gimmick for WCW to try to pull some ratings. What do you think of our Even Colder?
You all right.
Like it, huh?
Yeah, I'm waiting for y'all trivia questions. Somebody beat me with that Hands of Stone, Ron Garvin.
Oh, you knew it, huh? Oh, you want to go to the show?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Can you think of something,
So
Role
we're going to
Model?
have to make up a trivia question now for him, okay?
Okay, here we go. What was the WWF called before the WWF?
Something in Connecticut.
You give him an impossible question to answer.
Okay, just tell me how many letters were in it.
I couldn't tell you that.
Okay, it was 4 letters. It was WWWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation. All right, I guess that, we probably gave you an unfair question.
Yeah, I think you did. Let's give him a real
Okay, we'll give you a real question. Who would win in a wrestling match between the impersonator Even Colder and the role model Ric Lieb?
Easy. Even colder.
Yeah. He's wrong.
All right, hey, you stay on the line. We'll give you a ticket.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh, that was incorrect.
Stay on the line. We'll get somebody to get a hold of you for you, all right? Hi, you're on the air.
I just have a comment to the role model.
Okay.
Just about Stink.
Yeah.
Brings my records. He has a winning record over the Nature Boy, who, by the way, sucks.
Good point.
Man, a lot of people are boozing up early nowadays.
All right, thanks for your call. Okay, well, one more time I'd like to mention this. Stowe Monroe Falls High School, they got the NWW going there, the New World Wrestling Federation, or promotion, I should say. It's a pro wrestling show live Friday, April 23rd. You can see the Stone Cold impersonator there. You can go up to him, talk to him. Also, he does birthday parties, everything like that. If you want to give your number out one more time.
Number again is area code 330-678-7233. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Okay, and also we got Doink the Clown going to be there, Nasty Boy Brian Knobs, the Giant Tarantula, Lord Zoltan. If you want to get tickets, I'm telling you, they're not going to probably last long now. You know, they're $8 in advance, $10 at the door. You can
Why
call.
didn't you mention my personal favorite?
Switchblade. Well, Switchblade's going to be there, yeah. And then we also got, you know, again, like I said, the proceeds go to the Stowe Athletic Club. You can go to Overtime Sports. You can go to the Stowe Sports Center. You know, just get a hold of them, get tickets, be there, and it's going to be a great show. And again, we'd like to thank you for joining us once again, and we'll be here every Sunday at noon on Pro Wrestling Weekly. I'm John Potok, role model Ric Lieb, and Even Colder, Stone Cold Steve Austin's impersonator. We'd like to say thank you for joining the show, and join us again next week.